Yet another minute with Alan. This one called Don't Block the Box. This will piss off some of you who I might have missed in the past. When Rudy Giuliani was mayor of New York, he could do no wrong. And when he persevered and helped the population through 9/11, he was America's mayor. He could do no wrong. They were thinking about changing the charter so he could run a third time, which he really couldn't do. You couldn't block the box in New York, which means the big intersections. You had to clear the intersection or stop when the light was changing. But if you blocked the intersection, you were pulled over by a traffic warden and you were given a ticket. And the ticket had a substantial fine, and it was a moving violation. You could lose points for your license, which would increase the fees you pay for insurance. And the intersections were not blocked. Today, municipal buses block the intersection. New York is a mess. The streets are a mess. Now, say what you were about Giuliani after that, but he managed to take care of that problem. Steve Buscemi, who was in Boardwalk Empire and The Sopranos, a gifted actor, was walking down the street in New York, not an especially dangerous street, and a stranger came up and punched him. Went to the hospital with some minor injuries. They later apprehended the guy when he punched someone else, apparently, and they found out who he was. Maybe he's mentally ill, maybe he's not. But this has happened in New York, where people are punching other people at random, and they're not all mentally ill. Some of them are just doing it for the hell of it. This kind of danger happens on subway stations. It happens in subway cars sometimes. People with mental problems are posing great danger on subway platforms, in libraries, and so on. Scooters in New York dash down these bike lanes. So there's the street, the bike lane, then the curb. Where you step off the curb to see if an Uber is coming, or to see if your cab is coming, or to see if you can cross the street, and zoom. It's not a bike that goes by. It's a motorized vehicle, and it nearly clips you, and people are getting hit with these. Do you know why all this happens? Do you know why people are struck? Why people jump turnstiles? Why people attack people in subway cars? Why people block intersections? Because there are no consequences. Because since Giuliani, a succession of mayors have removed consequences. And so even if you get caught, nothing much happens to you. And in fact, there are reverses. The consequences are for positive behavior. Not long ago, a school principal, learning there was a fight going on, and finding a young woman from the school, a student, heading for the fight and admitting that she was going to join the fight, was stopped by the principal. He put his arms up to stop her. And consequently, of course, she and her family sued the principal for harassment and abuse and all kinds of things. It's now going to court. He could lose his job. And so I ask you, what are the consequences in society today for doing the wrong thing or for doing the right thing? Seems we got that pretty screwed up.